In 1888, George Eastman founded Kodak, forever changing the world of photography. Before Kodak, photography was a complex, expensive craft reserved for professionals. Eastman's vision made it accessible to the general public, turning the company into a global household name. For over a century, Kodak wasn't just a brand, it was the standard for capturing life's most precious moments, holding a dominant position that seemed untouchable by any competitor. By the late 20th century, Kodak was a titan of industry. Yet, behind the scenes, the company was far more innovative than its competitors realized. In 1975, a Kodak engineer invented the very first digital camera. It was a revolutionary breakthrough that should have secured the company's future for decades to come. However, this invention was not seen as a golden ticket, but rather as a potential threat to their incredibly profitable film business. Kodak's leadership faced a difficult dilemma. They worried that embracing digital technology would cannibalize their lucrative film sales. This fear led to a strategic paralysis. Instead of pivoting to lead the digital revolution they had started, they held on to their traditional business model. They believed they could protect their film empire, failing to realize that the market was already beginning its inevitable shift toward a future they had helped build. Experts, including those at the Harvard Business Review, have analyzed Kodak's downfall extensively. The consensus is clear. It was not a lack of technology that killed Kodak, but a failure of culture and strategy. The company was trapped by its own success, unable to adapt its internal mindset to a world where physical film was no longer the primary medium. They were experts in chemistry, but they were lost in the rapidly evolving world of digital data. While Kodak hesitated, the world did not wait. During the latter part of the 20th century, the company faced mounting pressure from international rivals. Japanese manufacturers, most notably Fujifilm, began aggressively challenging Kodak's market share. These competitors were faster to innovate and more willing to embrace the digital transition. Kodak found itself fighting a war on two fronts, trying to maintain its legacy, film business, while struggling to catch up in the digital race. The final blow to Kodak's traditional business model came from an unexpected source: the smartphone. As mobile phones began integrating high-quality cameras, the demand for standalone cameras and the film that powered them plummeted. The convenience of having a camera in one's pocket meant that the average consumer no longer needed to develop, film, or visit a store for prints. This rapid adoption of smartphone technology accelerated Kodak's decline, making their core business model obsolete. As the market shifted, Kodak's financial health deteriorated rapidly. Their once dominant market share evaporated, and the company struggled to find a new identity in a digital-first world. The transition that they had delayed for so long was now an emergency, but the company lacked the resources and the agility to survive the transformation. The brand that had once defined photography was now struggling to stay relevant in a world that had moved on without them. The inevitable conclusion to this decline arrived in January 2012. After years of struggling to adapt to the digital age, Eastman Kodak filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. It was a sobering moment for the technology industry, marking the end of an era for a company that had once been synonymous with photography itself. The news sent shockwaves through the business world, serving as a powerful lesson on the dangers of resisting innovation. The story of Kodak is a cautionary tale about the importance of adaptability. It shows that even the most successful companies can fall if they become too attached to their past. Innovation is not just about inventing new products. It is about having the courage to reinvent your business model when the world changes. Kodak had the technology, but they lacked the vision to let go of the past in order to secure their future. Today, we look back at Kodak as a pioneer that opened the world of photography to everyone. While their business model failed, their contribution to the history of human expression remains undeniable. They captured the history of the 20th century, frame by frame. Their downfall remains one of the most studied cases in business history, reminding every modern company that in the fast-paced world of technology, standing still is the same as moving backward.